the Jewish Voice for Peace Network against Islamophobia and racism. And I'm so honored to stand here with you today, and I'm just noticing the sign on the brick wall there that says, "Silence is a war crime." And I just really am honored that all of us are here to speak out against this horrible genocide, ethnic cleansing of brothers, sisters, families, villages in the Rohingya. As a Jew, our history reminds us that this happened with our families, our villages. And from that, we say, never again. As a Palestine justice activist, I'm familiar with the concept of ethnic cleansing. And I say, never.
Thank you, Maxine. Spiritual for us, we're trading. And we have Reverend Dr. Linda Jaramillo here, who's the chairperson, I believe, of Ecumenical Ministries of Oregon, and a pastor of our own church in Lake Oswego. Who are we missing? Dr. Charles Currie? Oh, so sorry he's so tall, I didn't even look up. All right, yes, please.
I didn't come with prepared words. I will be brief. But I would like to take a moment of silence together. I think standing together with our brothers and sisters in silence as we think of those in our world, and especially our Rohingya brothers and sisters who at this moment are suffering. Let us breathe together. Let us pray together in the silent places of our hearts. Let us recognize our oneness. Let us never forget that the God of all creation has made us one as a family. We are suffering when our brothers and sisters suffer. I look to the children in this audience and I see hope. But I also understand that we've given them a great task. So we must together work for justice for our brothers and sisters in Rohingya who are suffering greatly. I thank you so much for this opportunity to come together in solidarity.
Muy buenas tardes. Good afternoon, family. Good afternoon, family of God. I want to also bring a warm greeting to you all on behalf of Ecumenical Ministries of Oregon, an organization that is primarily Christian but very engaged in interfaith dialogue across our communities, because we recognize that we are all, each one of us, made in the image and likeness of God, and therefore we cannot be separated in any way. I also want to bring greetings on behalf of my sister Jan Alfers and our brother Pastor Matt Hennessy, who I know is going to say a word in just a few moments. But as people of faith and goodwill, we come as neighbors in this place to be with you, to walk with you, to journey with you in the suffering of you and your families. We will be with you, and we will not be silent. And I also want to say to you, as a citizen of this country, we confess our sin of complacency, of silence, and of hatefulness that is now being espoused out of the leadership of this country, and we will not let that stand. And on this day, in the midst of the horror that we all are learning about and knowing about, we know you have lived it for many generations. We celebrate with you in solidarity. Our walls are broken down when we come together in solidarity and in our own common humanity. Dear friends, we know that brutality of separating our families is not a family value. So today we move forward. We move forward away from fear and divisiveness, turn toward one another, embracing compassion and kindness as we celebrate human dignity of all people. We cannot live apart from one another, and we must never pretend that we can. Our futures are woven together. We are here with you in that weave of our spirit together. In solidarity we stand. May God bless all of us in this place at this time. Amen.
Good afternoon. My name is Reverend Dr. Chuck Currie, and I am the director of the Center for Peace and Spirituality at Pacific University. The mission of Pacific University is to help students create a more just world. And in a world today that is experiencing genocide, we recognize that our work is not done and that there is more for all of us to do, regardless of our tradition. We come here as a people of diversity, which means that we do not agree on every issue, but can we at least agree on this? Genocide is not Buddhist. Genocide is not Jewish. Genocide is not Islamic. Genocide is not Christian. Genocide is not Hindu. What is good and valuable about all of our faiths is that we are called to be one people united. And if we have a message from here in the United States, it is that in some ways it is easy for us to come to places like this and to say that genocide is wrong. But we have to give more to this cause to stop the genocide that is occurring. That means we have to support even stronger sanctions from the United Nations. It means that we have to agree that when genocide occurs and we say never again, it means that we have a responsibility to protect those who are being persecuted against. It means, in the founding words of this nation, that we should always be ready in the midst of suffering to pledge to one another our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor to end violence. God bless you all, and thank you for being here.